the dynamic mother-daughter cooking duo Betty Ann Donegan and Stephanie Dietz. They're back with us today. Ladies, welcome back to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you are the dynamic duo. You always teach us something fun. What are we going to learn to make today?
We're going to make gnocchi.
Oh, gnocchi. I like the way you say it. Quick and easy.
It's very simple. This is a cheese gnocchi. This is ricotta, and we're going to put in some white pepper and some salt.
Now, Betty, and how much ricotta did you use for this?
A pound.
A pound of that.
There's a pound in here, and I have a half a teaspoon of white pepper, and I have a teaspoon of salt, and I'm putting in 2 extra large eggs.
And we're making this from scratch.
I'm making this from scratch, yep.
Okay.
So we're just going to mix this together, and then I have 2 cups of flour there. I'm using a high-protein flour.
Okay.
When you're making a pasta, you like to use a high-protein flour.
Is this one of the dishes you teach in your cooking classes?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's very simple to make. It's very quick. And it really is delicious. These are not heavy. Most people think the gnocchi have to be very heavy, and they don't have to
Well,
be.
make a believer out of me. I'll eat a whole bowl. Why not? How much flour are we dumping in there? 2 cups?
2 cups of flour, yeah. I'm just going to stir this up, then I'm going to knead it on this board.
Okay. Now, are there any special techniques we're going to need to knead this dough, or are we going to be okay?
Well, when I knead, I like to have a rhythm, because if you have a rhythm, you get a nice smooth product when you're done.
Okay.
We don't knead haphazardly.
Oh.
Some people just push and shove. I have a nice rhythm. It's a full push.
Why is your daughter smiling at that?
It's
Did she haphazard dough, dough pusher?
No. Oh, gosh,
I'm well trained.
No, she's well trained. But I teach children, so if you have children and you teach them the right way, the rest of their life they'll know how to do it. So that's my motto,
What do you say, Steph?
Good habits. Definitely. Good habits.
Okay.
So
and that's the consistency we want?
Yeah, well, we're not done yet. We're gonna knead it a little bit. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour. This is a cloth here on top of a board.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna scrape this on here like this.
Okay.
Now you see it. You can see it's all sort of raggy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got to be smooth.
Okay.
So I'm just going to knead it together. And when you knead, you fold it, you push it, and then you turn it. And when you're pushing it, what you're doing is you're trying to stretch those protein strands, because when we roll this out, we want it to stay long.
Okay. That's going to give us a clean cut for the gnocchi.
It's going to give us a clean cut, but it's also not make them too thick.
Oh.
If they're too thick, then they're going to be heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. You know what? I got to talk to some restaurant owners I know that have been making it too thick. Now I know what's going on. Can I give that a try? I want to just feel it on my hands. Okay.
It's a soft dough.
Yeah.
This is very tender. See, but you're not turning.
I'm not. Oh, I need to turn.
There you go.
So roll and then turn.
Yep.
It's a lot of work.
There you go. The turning gives you a nice rhythm, so that you're going to see how smooth this one is.
Is that our finished one?
That's our finished one, and it gets like that when you have a good rhythm. See, if you just sort of do this, you see, it's never going to be smooth. You have to have a rhythm.
Okay.
So we're going to turn
I'll
it.
have Stephanie work on that with me.
You see?
This is true for bread, too.
You see, it's anytime you're kneading dough, you see, look at what I have now. See how smooth it is?
Yeah.
So this has to rest for about 20 minutes.
Okay, rest that for 20 minutes. You have the other one that's already rested.
This is already rested, yeah.
Okay.
Now, let me just tell you what I have over here, though.
Tell us what we're doing
here. This is butter. We're going to serve this with just a simple butter and sage sauce. So I have the butter and the sage sizzling here that I just snipped in here. The water's boiling, and I'm going to put, this is what they look like when they're done, so I'm just going to put these in here so they have a chance to cook.
Yes, we're fast-forwarding for the sake of TV. There we go.
So you have a chance to taste them.
Oh, yes. Stephanie's been here a million times.
I'm using a serrated knife to cut this. When you have dough, you always like to cut with a serrated knife. It doesn't tear the cells.
Okay.
And now we're going to cut this into eighths.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll this out into a snake.
Okay.
Now this is why it's important to let the dough rest and to use your hands to stretch the dough when you're kneading, because if I didn't let this rest, when I did this, it would snap back.
Okay.
And you never can get them thin when you do that. So now I'm going to roll this out.
And you didn't use a lot of flour on this tablecloth.
It's not a tablecloth.
Okay,
it's a pastry cloth.
Oh, what? Okay, Stephanie, she's getting me over here.
And what it does is this absorbs the moisture from the dough, so I don't have to add a lot of flour.
Okay.
It keeps your dough from getting dry and tasteless, because if you keep dumping flour in, you're messing up your proportions of
now,
cheese
how are we
to flour.
making the gnocchi, though?
Watch. I'm going to cut them. Serrated knife again. About a ½ inch. And you just take your thumb and you just go like that. You see?
Stop it. Are you serious?
Yep.
That's it?
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
how easy it is?
Let me do one here. Okay.
It's very simple. That's it. And just put them on the
And you
towel.
can make them as thin or as thick as you want.
Well, you don't want to make them too thick.
Okay.
Because they do swell.
Right.
It is pasta.
Okay.
If you make them too big, you want them to be bite size.
Now,
see how they're growing?
See, and then Stephanie, now what we did over here, should we transfer over here, Miss Betty Ann? Should we go over here?
Sure.
Okay, so Stephanie, now what did you do? We finished that. You put them on this cloth.
Put them on the cloth, so they don't stick.
You can't let them touch, because they'll stick back together again.
Okay. Good to know. See, they're real teachers. They don't mess around.
Now, if you're going to make them, if you're going to cook them right after you make them, you just put them on the cloth and then you just throw them in the water. But if you want to do it for later, you have to freeze them.
Oh,
okay? So what you would do is just put them on a cloth, pop this in the freezer, and then when they're frozen solid, then you can put them in a Ziploc bag or something to store them. But you want to you either have to cook them or freeze them.
And then we brought the water to a boil.
Yep.
Now, how long are you going to cook them? I mean, boil them.
A couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is wild. I mean, this is amazing. The way they look. They look just like you buy them in the store, Miss Betty Ann.
Yeah,
I'm not buying them anymore.
And the only way to tell if they're done, you got to taste one.
Oh, stop it. Get on over here.
All right, wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's got it.
And then tell us again what you did with the sauce, Stephanie. This smells delicious.
It's just, all it is butter and sage right now. I'm going to throw a little salt in, and we have some Parmigiano Reggiano.
Okay.
Is it tender?
I like it.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll throw this in here now. So we're just going to take this out. And this tool that I'm using is fantastic to have.
What is that?
It's a spider or a bamboo skimmer. Go ahead, stir them up.
Okay, stir them up. And we're just doing butter and the sage, and that's going to be enough flavor, ladies, right? And cheese. We're against the clock, so let's throw a little cheese on there, Miss Betty Ann. Can we do that?
Yep.
Okay, you let me know how we need to do this. Because I know
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Okay.
And that's just a microplane. That's a great cheese grater.
We need to have you on just to break down the utensils you need in the kitchen, okay?
We have lists.
I know you do. Okay, so and then what we're doing is just to taste.
That's it. That's it. You're done.
It's done.
It's done.
Oh, stop it. Okay, ladies. Oh, my goodness. Listen, folks, if you want to try this recipe for yourself, all you got to do is go to WTNH.com, click on Connecticut Style,